everyone, welcome to Cannes. We're in the French Riviera at the moment, drinking my AG1 right now, and I wanted to give you guys some solo travel tips because this was the first year I've solo traveled. I was very afraid of solo traveling before, and now I've done it. I feel like the world has opened up to me. It is so, I feel totally safe. I love it, and I can't really imagine traveling any other way. So a little bit of a backstory, because I work for myself, and you know, a lot of my friends don't actually, our schedules were never aligned. I would be like waiting around, guys, when can we travel? Oh, Simone, well, I can only get off work in 6 months. So I would be sitting around waiting for them. So I figured I need to solo travel. Because before I was so afraid of solo traveling, I would just find anyone to travel with me. Sometimes I didn't even like them, and then I would not have a good time on the holiday. So actually, I feel like the universe divinely made me solo travel, because I planned a trip with someone to Thailand and then they cancelled. And I was stuck with this ticket and I was freaking out going, what the hell? What do? I didn't anticipate going to Thailand alone. I ended up having the best time. So I'm gonna give you some tips right now. Number one, obviously don't solo travel to countries which are not safe. You need to do your research, see if the country's safe. Make sure, number two, that your hotel, or if you're in a hostel, it's in a safe area. I will always pay more money for safety, which means sometimes you might need to get an Uber at night instead of public transport if you're alone. And to be honest, you might say, well, Simone, I don't have the money for this. Well, maybe you shouldn't be traveling then, because you should never ever compromise your safety in order to just have an experience, okay? Go make more money for your safety, seriously. Otherwise, stay in a hostel and make sure, if you're a woman, you can get like women only hostels. I personally have never stayed in a hostel because I'm a bougie bitch. Number three, I would say that I feel the safest in Asian countries. So I actually love Thailand. I felt really safe there. Korea, Tokyo, you know, Singapore, those types of Asian countries. I'm not sure if I would travel to like Vietnam alone, but my friends have. Europe, I've also solo traveled alone, totally fine. I've done Malaysia, didn't feel that safe in Kuala Lumpur, to be honest. 3 guys cornered me when I was in the fucking city. They cornered me, one on each side, and I knew they were about to rob me. And this was in broad daylight, but I'm very alert, which can lead into the next point. You need to be alert. You cannot be a dumb bitch. Maybe this is how I'm raised, but I'm always like this. I'm very vigilant about safety. I know every single thing going on around me at all times. So when these guys, I'm waiting at the traffic light, I see at the, you know, my peripheral vision that they're speeding up a little bit too quickly to me, and like in my direction. I knew something was off. So the moment they cornered me, I pushed by them. Like, I don't care if I'm rude, boom, move. And I stare at them, I'm like, you cannot be afraid if you're a woman to make other people feel uncomfortable, because they will make you feel uncomfortable. Additionally, safety wise, everyone might have a different experience. It depends on how attractive you are. If you're like really pretty, you're going to be targeted more, duh. If you're short, you also are going to be targeted more. So you just need to be fucking alert. Even when I'm in Australia, I would never go home alone from the club or at night in general. I will research the area, how safe it is to go home alone at night. If it's not safe, maybe I'll get an Uber. Maybe I won't even go, to be honest. You need to know all the train lines, have someone there that you know at least. So this is how I make friends, from YouTube actually, but I know a lot of people don't have this privilege. So what I recommend is Bumble Friends. I've made friends from Bumble Friends. And before you go to this country, find someone on Bumble Friends. Find people on Hinge, okay? Oh my God, so many of my Hinge matches have become like really great friends of mine. And if you're scared, oh, I'm really introverted, the only thing I can say to you is get over it. Like, truly, get fucking over it. Get over it or deal with it. I don't know. I recommend just having one person there that you've met online if you don't know anyone, because it will make you feel more secure at least. I would not travel to a country where I know 0 people. Always have the numbers of your health insurance as well. FYI, get a credit card, buy your tickets with a credit card. I use American Express. You can use my link below to get bonus points, because your credit card provider will give you health insurance. And second of all, have the numbers for your hotel, your hostel, your emergency lines on your phone. Third, get a travel SIM card. I use SIM Corner. You can use the link below, not spons. You may be wondering what I'm drinking at the moment. It is my AG1. When I travel, I always bring it with me. Thank you, AG1, for sponsoring this video. Actually, whenever I travel, I bring this with me and I have it at home in Australia. It's a science-driven formulation of vitamins, probiotics, and whole food source nutrients that aid your brain, gut, and immune system. It helps your gut health, focus and energy, really improves your concentration, stress and mood balance, immune health, which is so critical if you're traveling a lot like me, healthy aging, and nutrient replenishment, because when you travel especially, it is so hard to get the good nutrition in your body. Best believe with all the nights of partying, this is helping me. I've noticed such a difference when I use this product. I've actually used it since 2021. It keeps me like more alert. I find when I don't use it, I'm a bit more sluggish. Like I said, after a night out when you're traveling, it helps prevent me from getting sick as well, or feeling tired and lethargic. And if you're somebody that's really struggling with like drinking healthy green juices, this tastes fine. It's like so sweet. I've got these travel packs, and they come with these travel packs. There's 30 in here. I don't have the bag because I've already put it in. They have this little canister with a scoop in it, and you can pour the bag into here. So when you're at home, it's really easy to just scoop one out every day and put it in. So guys, go try AG1 yourself. The link is in the description, and if you buy it, you're gonna get a free 1-year supply of AG vitamin D3 plus K2, which are the little drops. I also travel with these, and you also get 5 travel packs with your first purchase of AG1. So head to the link in bio now. It's a lot cheaper to buy your SIM cards for Europe and America online. In Asia, just get the SIM card there. It's cheaper there. If you're in Bali, for example, a 100 gigabyte SIM card for 30 days should be no more than like 20 Australian dollars. If they're trying to charge you more, they're scamming you. Never buy your SIM card at the airport. Another point, use Revolut or Wise. So when I first went to Europe last year, I was using my ANZ card, which had a 3% international transaction fee for all transactions. So get Revolut. You can use my link below as well if you want bonus points. Furthermore, let's talk about pricing. If you're doing a long haul flight, and I'm from Australia, so everything is fucking long haul, because you know I travel to Europe a lot because, like, let's face it, I'm a Europe girl. So what I do is I will go through Asia first, always, because it's cheaper, and then I get another holiday. So on the way to Europe this year, I went to Kuala Lumpur, and then I went to Dubai, and then I went to Europe. It's a lot cheaper than just immediately putting in a destination like, oh, Sydney to Europe or Sydney to London, whatever. It's cheaper to break the flight up, and then you get to see more places, and also it will be a little bit cheaper. For example, I found a one-way flight, I think from Paris to Perth, which was about 1,800 Australian, which is a lot one way for peak season. So I broke the flight up. I went Paris to Bangkok, Bangkok to Tokyo, Tokyo to Bali, Bali to Perth. Mind you, I have the time to do this, and it was 1,300. So I got more places, and it's cheaper. So additionally, I like to do 1 month in a place only because I like to work. If I'm just traveling, I really don't work at all. So I did Paris for 1 month, and the reason, and I'm moving to Paris now, but the reason why I recommend doing 1 month in a place is because Airbnbs are cheaper. You get a monthly discount. Sometimes if you do a week or two, it can be equivalent to 1 month. For example, I'm going to Vienna for a month. 1 month in Vienna for the place I booked was equivalent to 2 weeks without the monthly discount. Furthermore, if you book hotels in advance and you're with friends, it's going to be cheaper than splitting than getting a hostel in Europe. So you might as well get a hotel. But for solo traveling, stay in Airbnbs for like a month if you can. You can rent a room on Airbnb. If you're booking things last minute, book them at midnight. Over 11 o'clock, prices change. And when I book flights, I only use Google Flights, because Google Flights will show you everything and you can compare. Hotel-wise, I always book on Agoda. I also will use Google Hotels to see all the prices, but 9 times out of 10, Agoda is always going to be the cheapest. And their prices will change after 10 p.m. So I always refresh, the prices change. For example, when I was in Bangkok, the hotel I was at, it fluctuated between like $150 and $100 a night, just in a couple of hours. Flights, they also do change a lot. I don't find much of a difference using a VPN, to be honest. So I just book it, and I think flights are usually the cheapest on a Tuesday morning. I think when it comes to safety, a lot of it is just like how self-aware you are. If you're somebody that is not self-aware, like, you might get yourself into difficult situations. Also, I don't really believe you should be traveling if you don't have money. Like, you need to have backup money as well for safety reasons. I saw on TikTok this girl was going to Australia with $600, and she had this like crazy fucking flight journey that was like 4 days long, going through like India to get to Australia. And then when she got to Australia, she had no one to stay with. She was just gonna hitchhike. Like, dude, that is stupid. If you don't have the money, don't fucking go. Like, seriously, you're putting your life at risk. You might be like, YOLO, don't do it. You've only got one life. Like, literally, you've only got one life. So go make the money and then do it later. When I was in uni, I didn't have the money to travel, so I didn't travel. I would dream about going to Italy, which is why I'm in Europe all the time now, because I have the money, so I come here now. But there is no way I would have done that in university. You have to have a fucking brain, okay? Don't put yourself at risk. And also save money. Budget more than you need. Because if something goes wrong, you don't want to be trapped out here with no money. Like I said, if you feel unsafe at night and there's a really expensive Uber, but that's the only way to get home, you're gonna have to pay for it. Kathleen and I always say this when we get an Uber that's so expensive. We go, oh, what is money for if it's not to keep us safe? Like, this is the reason we have money, okay? And it's to keep you safe. It's not just for good experiences, it's to keep you safe. Never, ever, 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 ever compromise your safety. For example, like, we're in the south of France right now, and you know me, I'm a networker. You guys, I'm literally a networker. So I met this guy, okay? He's a VC in San Francisco. He's like, come on our yacht. It's the Bastille Day today in France, which is like the 4th of July in America. So it's a huge, huge, huge event. And he's with like a bunch of, like, you know, billionaires, Silicon Valley investors. They have Rufus Du Sol playing on the boat. He's like, come. And I'm like, this is a bit unsafe. Like, obviously, I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I'm like, okay, if I do come, I need to bring friends and we're leaving. You need to be docked so I can walk off at any time. But most people, they're just gonna go on the fucking yacht. Oh my God, I've never been on a yacht. I'm gonna go on. No, I'm not risking my safety. Once I'm on that yacht, anything can happen. So yeah, we're not going anymore. My friends are sensible as well. They're like, nah, we're not doing this. So don't be stupid, okay? Sure, do something for the experience, but never ever compromise your safety. You've got one life. That's all I have to say. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped. Je t'aime and ich liebe dich. Tschüss.